Hello and welcome to the Commander's Quarters, your Magic the Gathering source that helps you command your budget. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all their support. Hey everyone, Mitch coming in for the Commander's Quarters studio. Welcome to the show. So, winter is coming, or I guess it's priority here, depending on where you live. You know, here in Minnesota, it's definitely really cold. Winter is definitely here, and it's been here for quite a while. Regardless, winter is coming, and so is Kaldheim. Kaldheim's release date is going to be on February 5th, I believe, and seems to be a wintry set, and I believe the rumors around it are that it's a Norse mythology type of set, or a set that's based off of Norse mythology. Again, not sure if those are confirmed rumors or not. But because of that, there's a lot of kind of speculation as to what might be in the set, and maybe some confirmed speculation. And I'm going to be talking about that today with the episode titled, "Two of the Kaldheim Gods Revealed?" Because they might be. So, Kaldheim Gods, that might be something that might be coming up in this set. Again, gods, we've seen them in Theros, we've seen them in Amonkhet, we've seen them in War of the Spark. There have been different sets that have different takes on gods depending on different pantheons. And so, yeah, this would be a Norse mythology pantheon, it seems. And yeah, I've got some, some potential, not spoilers, I would say, but we at least have the names of some of the gods and maybe some kind of imagery of the gods as well that have been potentially spoiled. Basically, there was an article, I believe, of some Star City Games. WizKids announces third wave of MTG unpainted miniatures. And essentially in there, they showed off a couple of miniatures that are going to be released, I believe, in March at some point. And two of those definitely caught my eye and caught others' eyes as well. So first up, there's Reidane, Goddess of Justice, and my apologies if I'm not saying that name entirely correctly. Anyways, Reidane, this is the unpainted, I guess this is the finalized painted version of the miniature, and this is our first look at the Goddess of Justice. So again, a potential goddess from Kaldheim. So yeah, this might be some confirmation that we are going to see some gods and goddesses in this set. And I'll talk more about kind of what we can expect potentially from how those gods might work, based off of previous gods that we've seen so far. Reidane, Goddess of Justice, though, let's talk about potential colors that Reidane is going to have. When you type in Justice in Scryfall, you get 23 cards, most of which are white. You've got splashes of red, other colors in there as well. I tend to think of Boros when I think of Justice, mostly, or Azorius, I guess. Definitely going to have some white in there, though, I believe. And again, as an angel, most angels are white as well. Or I guess an angel goddess. I'm not sure exactly what the creature type of that one's going to be, obviously, but that's just my speculation. And the other potential one that we see in a miniature is Alrund, God of Wisdom. And this is our first look at Alrund. It seems to be a god that is holding some sort of I don't even know what that is, a giant spear type thingy staff. Yeah, anyways, regardless. So Alrund is a potential god from Kaldheim. And when you type in Wisdom in Scryfall, you get a couple of different cards. I tend to think of blue as the color of Wisdom, kind of like Cindersplit. But we'll see. We'll see kind of what this god incorporates, what kind of colors this god might have in Kaldheim. And again, these are not confirmed. I just want to reiterate that. These are just kind of speculation. The miniatures have been shown off officially. But again, this is speculation based off of what those gods are going to be. Again, let's talk about kind of what these Kaldheim gods, what their mechanics might be. Let's take a look at previous gods to do so. So Perforos, God of the Forge, is from Theros. Locust God, I believe originally from Amonkhet, or one of those Amonkhet sets. And Gana Turtle Kefnet was from War of the Spark. Each kind of handle, that god-like power in a different way. Perforos, indestructible. It's also an enchantment creature. Theros is all about enchantments. I don't think we're going to see, an enchantment-heavy set in Kaldheim. But yeah, so Perforos has indestructible. That's kind of what makes it godly, and all the other gods from Theros have that same kind of indestructibility. Locust God is one of those, when it dies, you return to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So that's kind of its, not protection, I guess, but you can't get rid of it kind of thing. Like, gods are kind of unkillable, essentially, kind of feel. Yeah, you kill it, it comes back to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. So yeah, that's kind of another way to go about it. God Turtle Kefnet's another one. with the kind of War of the Spark Gods, where when they die or they're put in exile from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library, third from the top. So yeah, this one basically is kind of another kind of, you might kill the god or exile it, but it's going to come back eventually because it's a god. So wondering kind of how we're going to, see these Kaldheim Gods play. Is it going to be kind of a similar feel to one of these? Obviously, so a lot of the gods can be very popular commanders because they are pretty hard to deal with and have some very powerful effects. So it's going to be interesting to see, again, how these Kaldheim Gods, how they interact, how they're going to have, that kind of same like godlike feel and protection and whatnot. So yeah, comment below and let me know what you think specifically. Is it going to follow one of these templates, or is it going to be something completely different? But yeah, at this point, your guess is as good as mine is. Obviously, we'll find out, when spoiler season comes out, as to how these gods are going to be handled. If, again, there are gods. Again, all speculation at this point. Also, apparently, 2 commander decks were confirmed by a distributor image recently from a Reddit post. Basically, it says 6 decks in this picture, I know, but apparently, according to the Reddit post, that just basically means that there are 2 different decks and 3 of each. Not sure how exactly that is known. But yeah, apparently there are 2 decks confirmed, and this actually is kind of reflected on the MTG wiki for Kaldheim, which again, I don't believe is an official one, but yeah, it has been right about things in the past. So Elven Empire and Phantom Premonition are the 2 names for that. I don't believe that these gods that have been spoiled or shown off so far line up really with either of those names, so I don't think that they're going to be kind of the lead, commander for each of those, potentially. That's just my opinion, though, and yeah, I think that the god and goddess that have been spoiled so far are, not going to be the kind of heads of these commander decks. But again, yeah, this does show that Kaldheim is going to have more commander decks. Like we saw this year, there was plenty of commander decks this year. I think 9 in total. Whether that's good or bad, next year looks like they're going to be continuing the trend of having commander decks in sets as well. There are also some potential sneak peeks at potential creatures that are going to be in this set as well that were in those miniatures, with Cosmo Serpent being one of them. This could be, a reference to Norse mythology, I believe. Jormungand. I can't remember the exact name for the World Serpent or the Midgard Serpent. But yeah, a kind of a serpent of giant proportions. This could be a reference to that, kind of, Kaldheim's version of the serpent from Norse mythology. Also, Cosmo Wolf. Which again could be something like a Fenrir. I believe Fenrir is from Norse mythology. Please correct me in the comments. If you are a Norse mythology aficionado and you know more than I do, which is a very base amount. So basically, yeah. So Cosmo Wolf might be another thing that we see coming up in Kaldheim. We also see that we've got some Dwarf Fighter and Dwarf Clerics miniatures as well. So we're probably going to see some dwarfs in this set, as well as some Elf Fighter and Elf Clerics. And that lines up again with the Elven Empire name for one of the commander decks that is going to be in this set most likely. So that probably, and I'm not going to say it confirms that, but it definitely leads credence to it. And then finally we see human berserkers as well. So there are going to be humans in this set. So it looks like we've got humans, elves, dwarves, probably going to be in Kaldheim, as well as a wolf and a serpent at the very least. So yeah, just kind of an interesting kind of first initial peek at potential Kaldheim cards, characters, what we might see from that. But yeah, I think the most interesting thing for most people are going to be the Kaldheim gods and goddesses. Most of those sets, like Theros again, Amonkhet, the kind of focus around those sets are those gods and goddesses. And yeah, they can be some really incredibly powerful cards that, a lot of commander players like to build around because, again, they've got a lot of cool effects. Then also they're hard to deal with, which, makes them really good and effective commanders. But we'll see. Again, this is all just speculation, so please, please, please keep that in mind. Obviously, the miniatures have been officially shown off, but that doesn't mean that these are actual cards, that are going to be in the set, or they might be in a future set. But the way that they look, to me, it seems like, again, with that Norse mythology kind of theme, they're probably going to be in there. So I'm banking on them being in there, obviously, since I made this video on it. But yeah, now it's my turn to hear from you. So in the comments below, let me know what your thoughts are. What kind of cards do you expect to see in Kaldheim? How do you think the gods and goddesses of Kaldheim are going to work? I mean, actually, I guess I should ask, do you think we'll actually even see gods and goddesses of Kaldheim? So yeah, let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks again and have a good one.